Hello everybody, this is Sarahscopic and you're watching Traffic Musings. I don't know what's up with the traffic today. It's just weird. Like, it's not even that it's necessarily more slow than usual, it's just weird. So, as you guys know, I go through a part of one highway before I go up north on the infamous 75. And the first part of the highway is normally abnormally slow, like right towards the end, like 2 miles before the exit. Like, that's when everything just stops. And it still did that today, but it wasn't as bad as it usually is. And I was like, oh, well, that's nice. That's kind of cool. And on 75, usually the first part, like of the northern part, is usually really, really congested. And then after that, basically about like 5 or 6 miles out from that, it's not usually so bad. In fact, Gabby will warn you at the point when it usually the traffic is pretty much not so bad anymore, because it's like she tells me to keep going straight after 5 or 6 miles, and after that point seems to be the part where like the traffic's not so bad. And that point, like that stretch was actually relatively clear. We went through it pretty quickly, which was kind of strange. And now I'm in the next part, and that's where it's slow. Like, the final 10 miles is all of a sudden, like, down to 25, and at one point we, like, were stopped. So that's kind of weird and not cool. I just want to go home and take a nap, let me tell you. It's still, of course, taking an hour to get home, which sucks. Ugh, I hate commutes. Have I mentioned how much I hate commutes? If you don't know this by now, then you have not watched enough Traffic Musings, or you do not know me that well. I hate commutes. Whatever job I get in the future, I hope I never have to commute over 30 minutes. Honestly, I feel like I'm just going to move across the street for wherever I work, because it's not worth it. Like, I cannot stand this. I can't stand staying in traffic. Everything about it makes me, like, stressed and tired. Because there's that part of me that goes, oh my gosh, look how much time I'm wasting, that I could be doing something else with my life, which is why I've got these videos, so that I'm not completely wasting my time. I'm trying to build a side career. Yeah. I hope I get famous one day, and people ask me why. I can be like, well, you see, I put a camera in my car, and I talked at it for like 10 minutes, and people thought that was great. That's my legacy, and I'm not sure how to feel about that. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I was just gonna say, so there's that part of it, but there's also, of course, the exhaustion. Like, I'm tired. I'm very tired. I need to do these episodes because I would be falling asleep right now, no joke. And when I get home, I'm hoping to take a nice nap, because I got a headache. It's not pleasant. I just want it to go away. It feels more just like a headache, not like a migraine. So I'm hoping with some ibuprofen and a nice nap, it'll just be right as rain or whatever. Rain. It was raining earlier today, so that's why that was, you know, I guess referenced. I don't know anymore. Stop, I don't know. Okay, I'm reaching here. Although, one thing I will say about how having to do all these long commutes has done for me is it's lengthened the amount of time I feel comfortable driving when tired. And let me explain what I mean by that. My church that I go to, sometimes I'm usually too busy or too tired to go to it, and for a while I wasn't even in the same area, so it wasn't working out. But so I don't always go to my church. But when whenever I do, I usually ride with my mom or my dad, because I don't want to drive there, because I usually stay up a little too late on Saturday nights, and so I'm pretty sleepy by Sunday, and so I don't usually feel comfortable driving. Well, now because of, like, basically having to drive hours at a time while half asleep, now the idea of driving to church while half asleep is not nearly as scary as it used to be. Now it's just kind of like, oh, how far away is it? Oh, okay. I think the main difference, too, is not just the time, but the fact that the traffic isn't so bad. That makes a huge difference for me. The traffic is honestly the worst part about this driving. If I didn't have to deal with the traffic and I was just driving for an hour, you know, so it's like longer distance, obviously, because you're driving for an hour, but there's less traffic, I feel like that would still be better than having to sit bumper to bumper for an hour in traffic, and, you know, while driving in a place that should not take an hour. That to me is just worse. Excuse me, I'm yawning. As I told you, I'm very tired today. So, like, that's kind of weird, and that's kind of funny. I now just have a greater, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't think, I'm so tired. not resistance, tolerance, I think is the word. Tolerance for, you know, certain kinds of driving and certain times of driving and stuff like that. Because driving on Sunday, the roads I take, there's like nobody there, so it's never really an issue. But obviously, if I was going to work in you know, heavier conditions, that would not be great. Things are going a little smoother now. I'm hoping that whatever little spot we hit back there, we're all done with that. So that's good. Oh yeah, it's telling me oh yeah, it's telling me the city I live in is the next 5 exits. So should be good. I'm so tired. I'm like tripping over my words. It's very strange. Can you trip over your own words? I mean, you can metaphorically, I guess. How would that work literally? I guess your tongue just goes, "Bleh." That's how a tongue trips. It goes, "Bleh." What am I talking about? Oh my goodness. Did I just make a joke about a tongue tripping? So now whenever someone tells you to stick out your tongue, you can be like, my tongue's tripping. Yay! Oh my gosh. Oh, it's one of those weird taxis. So there's these taxis near, like, I think it's Detroit Taxi, that they're basically painted like lavender periwinkle. The only color I can describe it. Periwinkle happens to be actually my favorite color. I mean, purple is what I tell people, but periwinkle is like legit my favorite color because it's like a weird purple-blue color and you just can't tell what it is, and it drives your brain insane. In fact, if you put something purple next to it, it looks blue. If you put something blue next to it, it looks purple. It's not quite blue-violet. Like, it's like lavender mixed with sky blue. Like, that's like periwinkle. The point is, and I can't tell if it's periwinkle or it could be lavender, but it's one of those taxi cabs that's painted like that really light purplish color, which is super weird to me. Mostly because I'm like, I thought taxis were yellow. Why are you trying to be different? The only thing I can think of is that, like, yellow is the opposite of purple, so they're trying to, like, differentiate themselves. It's just weird. It sticks out in a different way. Usually when, you know, taxis stick out, they stick out because they're bright yellow and you can't miss them, right? And this one, like, you could technically lose this kind of color in the crowd, but it still, like, sticks out because it's so pastel and light and not weird car color, I guess. Oh, jeez, now we're stopped at another, like, little junction. And man, am I just sleeping? I think also doesn't help that my headache is kind of making me a little, not dizzy, but just a little, like, out of it. And so I especially just don't want to be here right now. But thankfully, I just have a couple more miles, and if we'll pick up the pace, we'll get there in, like, 5 minutes. It's officially taken me over an hour to get home. Oh, joys of joys. That's exactly what I want to hear. Anyway, that's all I really know what to say. I'm really just flying by the seat of my pants right now because I'm not even thinking properly. I just tried to, like, do something. I don't know. What am I doing? What's going on? I don't know. Everything's just weird. So yeah, I'm gonna give you what am I talking? Whoa, okay, that was actually kind of creepy. Okay. Hi guys. Sorry about that. Don't know if that's gonna be cut or not. I would like to review this. But I was actually starting to get that weird, like, weird moment where, I don't know how to explain this, but, like, I'm not here. And so the words that were kind of coming out of my mouth were due to thoughts in my head that had nothing to do with what was going on. And so I pretty much for just those last couple of, like, seconds made no sense, and I realized that because I'm thinking back to what I said, and there were paths to what I was saying, but they weren't related to anything. I don't know. I guess I might be a little sleep deprived. I got a little less sleep last night than usual, but nothing extreme or anything like that. Again, this is why I want to do a sleep study, but I apparently don't have narcolepsy, so it's not that, which is great. Anyway, that was super weird, but I'm almost to my house, so that's great. So I can take a nap and just leave this off. So we're just gonna stop here. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope something amazing happens to you. Without further ado, I hope to see you all in the next episode.